I want to be somehow grateful to the translator of the masterpiece of Guido Bonatti. The book of Astronomy is a masterpiece of astrology, and I remind that Guido Bonatti was an astrologer of the medieval times. So anything about what he transmits to us must be must be understood that he comes from the Middle Ages, and in the Middle Ages he had to filter maybe some things from the ancient that he studies, because the culture in those periods, let's say like this, it was in a way not really pleasant for magicians and witches and stuff like that. So you had to be careful, let's say like that. Okay, so let's start to explain like how Bonatti makes a defense, the first status of defense of astrology. Nobody can doubt that in those moments, and we cannot doubt either, because I mean, if we talk about these things, there are certain things that must be accepted. We are made of a body and a soul, okay? The soul is the most noble thing that we got, and it gives our beings and the perfection of the body, okay? The physical body needs food, so does the soul. But the soul needs a different kind of food. And this food that the soul needs, Bonatti calls it intellectual wealth. And this intellectual wealth, it depends on knowledge. The knowledge of the truth. The most truth is in the knowledge, the more the soul can grow. And he says that the most noble knowledge that we can get is through astronomy or astrology. So at that times, it wasn't really divided, this astrology and astronomy, into different stuff, but to different subjects, let's say, but they were starting to. So he mentioned both names, but in reality it means the same. And now he explains why he says that, okay? The super celestial bodies, stars, planets, luminaries, are impassible and unalterable creatures. These creatures, they can bring us, let's say, they can make us feel the connection with the power of creation, which is impassible and unalterable. These super celestial bodies, they have perfect form, the sphere. The sphere is considered the perfect form because it doesn't have a beginning or an end, like this. This is not perfect sphere, but it looks like. So he says also that the operations of these super celestial bodies are the most noble of creation, because are the first. We cannot open our eyes day or night without the sky, the stars, the moon, the planets, the sun. We cannot. He says also like this. He tries to explain to us this way. The medical profession is the most noble of the terrestrial world, and we have no doubt about that, because the medical doctor gives his life to the aim of taking care of people, okay, or of the life, let's say like this, the life, taking care and save lives, okay, whatever it costs, and maybe even look for immortality, you know. That should be the goal of the medical doctor. But I don't want to go deeper into that now. The most noble of the terrestrial world is, with no doubt, therefore, medical doctor. But the medical doctor has to deal with corruptible bodies, our bodies. And I explain what he means. Everything corporeal is subject to change until the day of the end of everything. All inferior bodies, like us, everything material, is made by the 4 elements, and these elements are corruptible. These celestial bodies are made of something different, because if they were made by the 4 elements, they would be corruptible. So, Bonatti says that the celestial bodies are made of something that he calls quintessence. So, these 4 elements, water, fire, air, and earth, they cannot be the composition of the super celestial bodies, but they are the composition of everything on earth. Everything that is in this world is made by these 4 elements. So it explains like this. The doctor has to deal with corruptible bodies, but the astrologer has to deal with super celestial bodies, which are uncorruptible. They cannot corrupt ever. They move, they move, they have a motion, they have a natural motion, and they look, some people say that they look like they are moved by something else, but they don't change, they are always there. Okay, they stay. It's the only thing that we are sure about. When we open our eyes, the sky will be there. These celestial movements of these creatures corrupt the elements, and the most common example is evident is the moon with the water. Okay, they corrupted elements, and the individuals are made by the elements. Okay, so their movements corrupt us. Okay, so the astrologer has to deal with the source of life, of creation. And I remind to everybody that until at least Renaissance times, medical doctor had to be an astrologer as well. Okay, and now I don't want to go deeper into that, but we got at least hint about how Bonatti defends the nobility of astrology. And I thank you again, Benjamin Dykes, for the translation of this Italian masterpiece. Bye bye, good night.